Hello Galapagos Explorers, I'm sure you remember our 3 main tips video and all the new things you learned from it. I'm Pancho Dousdebes and I'm here today to share with you a whole new idea. Time. How much time is it really needed to explore these amazing islands? Although you can certainly return to Galapagos as many times as you can, this destination is conceived as a once-in-a-lifetime trip. This is why you need to make your first trip the best trip of all. In fact, duration of a Galapagos expedition is key for deeply exploring this archipelago. When planning a Galapagos trip, most explorers believe that a few islands will do the job, when in reality, it is the total number of islands visited that would lead you to a successful trip. Of course, the longer you stay, the more islands you will get to explore. And that goes connected to how diversity will unfold on your trip. We must remember that just getting to and from the islands pretty much involves a full day. So the question is, why would you take a very short cruise there? But let's understand first how geographic isolation is the best ingredient on this trip. You see, from a geological and evolutionary approach, island and wildlife diversity is intricately connected with isolation. Therefore, the more distant islands you visit, the better your experience. For covering all that distance, you need time. Most exploring options here use the idea of visiting the islands for at least 5 days. That alone tells you that the islands do cover a vast area in the Pacific Ocean. In fact, this place is huge. And once again, this is when the length of your expedition makes total sense. With the idea of diversity in mind is not just landscapes that are stunningly different, but the wildlife is incredibly diverse. Quite naturally, the many activities for exploring are exciting too, and these include hiking, snorkeling, glass-bottom boat, coastal exploration, sea kayaking, and many more. Now, take a look at how different these 5-day itineraries can be, and keep in mind that with these, you're only scratching the surface of what the islands can show. And let's not forget that longer expeditions are also available, including 7, 9, 11, and 15 days. Who knows how much wildlife and experiences you will witness in all that time? The reality is that you will find shorter cruise options around, but they will lack content, experiences, and at the end, you will leave the islands with a sense of something was missing. The reason? You will spend lots of time just sailing from place to place. If a short time is available though, say just 3 nights, then a land-based program is the way to go. This is when you will maximize visitor size of the national park and your overall experience will focus in wildlife content and not just sailing between locations. The main idea here is to take back home the best possible memories, right? Well, that can happen if you come and explore for at least 5 days while remembering longer options are always available. In other words, you shouldn't go back home with the idea that the trip was missing a lot. You may also want to consider the idea that short stays have a high environmental footprint per day because of the total amount of distance traveled. Now, that just can't be good, right? Alright, so a quick summary of these ideas tells us. First, 5-day Galapagos cruises have been labeled as a minimum amount of time for island exploring. Second, longer trips are also available. These include 7, 9, 11, 15 days. Third, one trip alone should deliver the best and most rewarding experiences. Remember, more time here means more wildlife. Finally, if only 3 nights or less are available, go for a hotel program. Anything longer than that, you're better off on board an expedition vessel. So, join us soon for a wonderful Galapagos expedition where time here is what makes a holiday an out-of-the-ordinary adventure. Use your time wisely. I'm Pancho Dousdebes for the Galapagos Travel Expert Program.